Hi, I'm Markus Pattern, and this is what I've been doing this week, in the second week of the year of your Lord 2020. So, what I'm doing at the moment, what you're currently watching at the moment, is a bit of fan art for the bloody marvellous webtoons comic Oddity Woods. And it's delightful. The comic, not this piece. Goodness me, could you imagine? What an ego. Anyway, I love this comic, and you should read it. Like now. I can wait. Shit, no, I'm not waiting. I'm happy with the way Marietta, the main character, the bird who was running, I'm happy with how she came out. I feel like I could have made a better stab at the background, and I'm not overly happy with the paints. Yeah, I was experimenting with various brushes, and it's not what I'm after. It's got like a storybook, old timey kind of vibe to it, and yeah, no, I'm not happy with the way it turned out. I ain't feeling it. So I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna change it to something that I am. I'm gonna change it to something that I am feeling. Not that I'm gonna record that, mind you, because why have footage for your videos? As for amateurs. Also, my love for this comic came about reading the prologue. I wasn't aware that Marietta, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, met her ghost dog after he half-inched a magnifying glass until I was aware of it, but I'd finished a drawing by that point. A drawing in which a magnifying glass was half-inched by a wisp of smoke. I could change that. I'm already changing the background. We'll see. I mean, you'll see, and future me will see. We'll all see together. It's a corking good read, and the link is in the below. Right, what I've been spending most of my time on this week is renewing this old piece that I'm returning to polish it up and to finally conquer it and finish it. And this is a comic called Here Here. I've tried drawing this comic like 3 times now. That's quite a thing on my channel where I'm going back to stuff that I've tried to draw at least 3 times before. Yeah. I'm taking another crack at it now because one, it's a good story and I'm proud of it. Two, I need to finish something. Yeah, I came up with this comic a while back, back when my artistic skills were just horrible, and it came out like a load of shit. This is also when I was exclusively traditional, which makes it being shit even more terrible because ain't no Control Z in the real world. Well, I guess there are erasers, yeah. And there's also like paper and pens that ran out and stuff, and I don't know. Also, like, I didn't realize you're meant to like flip canvases and stuff, and that's just so much easier in digital mediums where you just like there's a button say flips the canvas. There's a tip for you folks: always flip your canvases. Sorry to go off on tangent. So the second time I tried to draw it, my art skill was meh, and I had changed my medium to traditional. I think Photoshop wasn't the best program for drawing comics, for me at least. Like, I know I like drawing buildings and using perspective. Like, I like drawing buildings and using perspective. I like it quite a lot, actually. It's the funnest part of the picture to me. But Photoshop doesn't really have a perspective tool or a solution to getting the fucking line to come out of a fucking point so that everything is like lined up properly and not just mishmashed and everything. Certainly none that worked for me. Quite exacting on it, and I haven't used Photoshop in a year or so, so they may have changed it and fixed that solution. But when I was using it, everything about the impreciseness of it just really irritated me. Now at my third attempt, my artistic skill is so, but I'm using Clip Studio, a program that I find far more intuitive, and the main reason I'm using Clip Studio and I like Clip Studio is they've got a corking good perspective tool that is all that and a bag of chips. It'll be great to finally finish something, even if it is just 4 pages. Only being on such a small scale, just 4 pages, it's easier to correct your mistakes, to cover for your lack of prep work, and realize what you're doing wrong, so when you dive into your 36-page magnum opus that you're currently writing, you can, not make those mistakes. I like to learn lessons from shit that I do, and the lessons I learned here on redoing here. 1, I am far too cluttered and messy. 2, I don't finish prep work to a standard that is useful. 3, I need to do thumbs, like sketches thumbs that are just easier to correct, And 4, improve my anatomy, tackle that art lean, and I guess generally just be better. Is that a lesson, or is it just like, something that we should all strive? So I decluttered the workspace just using a quick access, just using the quick access panel, which frees up a lot more of my space because my screen is not that big, and to have like the reference, it's just being more economical with the space on the tiny screen that I've got. And I went through and started getting rid of all the useless panel layers, the stuff that didn't have anything on them, and merging the panels that are kind of like, because when you copy, it copies onto another layer, merge those together, and basically have one layer for the artwork instead of like 15 different ones. Unfortunately, on page 2, for some reason that I can't figure out, because it was early in the morning, I merged all visible layers together, and now my ink work has the pencil markings on it. Oh well, something to look out for next time, Marcus. Look out for it. Also, I'm trying to find a pen brush that I like. I don't mind the G pen, and this one has a nice look to it, but I'm not in love with it. It's a bit too scratchy. And I don't know if you've tried searching for anything related to Clip Studio, but it's a motherfucker. If you know of any brushes that can mimic this pen, post it below. I will be forever beholden to you. I quite like the rough pencil that comes with Clip Studio, by the way. That's a nice little thing. I initially came up with the idea for the idea and the script for this about a few years back when I heard 2000 AD were open to submissions of both art and drawing, and I figured I could submit this for their Future Shock comic, because there's a twist, there is a shock, and there's a bit of horror. Not much future, though. Originally a lot more neon than it is now, but like I just didn't. The story is about 2 sibling mobsters, Adam and Edna, who just found out that their pops is dead, and they need to figure out what happened and who did it. Their father's wife, Simone, is tending to them, scuttling around in the background, providing sandwiches, whiskey, and a possible lead. The characters in this are Adam, Edna, and Simone. It's set in their dad's house. I want for Adam to be like an animated live wire, expressing his pain and his rage through like exaggerated gesticulations. For Edna, I was aiming for the opposite, like a calm, seething kind of rage. While he's using his outdoor voice, she's telling him to use his indoor voice. Both of them are taking their frustration out on each other, and on Simone, who is just being quiet and in the background. My plans for this piece are to post it like as you see in this traditional layout, but also in the webtoon comic format, like on like stacked panels, possibly on Webtoons itself. Who knows? I might. Another thing I've realized from this is like I've not left enough room in the panels for word balloons. That's also something I need to do, and I'll bear that in mind for next time I do something. So I guess I should end this with my plans for 2020, and we can check off at various intervals how much of these plans have come to fruition and how much I've just failed. Called it failure. Oh, delightful. So my plans for 2020 are: 1, to finish this comic and feel like a winner, and then, riding high off that success, complete a couple other short little comics before I tackle Acorn Cat and publish that. Because like everyone has about 15 or so shit pages in them, and it's best to flush that out of your system. I'm also hoping to grow the Redbubble account and the Etsy store and have a bit of income come off them, maybe, become like a real artist and all that noise. Commissions too, I would like to start doing them, so when I do, I'll let you know. I mean, it's more of a question of time really, because I work a full-time job, so I don't want to be like, hey, I'll start doing commissions for you and then overshoot myself and fail to deliver the things that people have paid me to do, and well, that's just not professional. When I figure out a way of having a suitable juggling act in which I can do commissions in a timely manner and act professionally, I'll let you know. I'm also aiming to get a grasp of watercolors and improve my coloring skills and all of my skills in general, really. Like, obviously, I don't need to improve my draftsmanship. That's the best. But my time management skills could, pop into existence. That'd be a fine start. How quickly I draw and create is a bit of an issue too, because right now I am slow as fuck, and I can't always blame that on being old, having a hyperactive child, and working a real job. Other people work around that noise, and I'm going to have to do that too. Hopefully, this can diminish one of the other things. So yeah, that's my plan for 2020. This is what I've been doing this week. The links to Oddity Woods is in the below. Here will be published when I finished it, which will be soon, hopefully. Now, I guess. If you like and want to support, click like and subscribe, and ring that bell for my erratic video releases. Follow me on these and support me here. That would be the sum of earthly bliss. Unless, of course, you don't want to, and that's your choice. Far be it from me to make you do something you don't want to do. I've been Markus Pattern. Thanks for listening. Have yourself a lovely day.